Well, welcome. Great to have you tuning in. Have you joining today? Let's start to settle in. So when you're ready, you just lie back, close your eyes, and you breathe. And continue to take the time to settle in. Taking the time to consciously start the practice by choosing to still, choosing to stop. Remember to take your time here. You live in a world where we're always going, working from one project to the next, always trying to fill time with something. So no matter how long we've been practicing, there's always going to be those days when trying to stop and trying to still just doesn't seem to want to happen. So you take your time for it. Be patient with it. Because the more you try and force it, the more you try and force it, the quicker it slips away. And also be aware that when it just doesn't work, it just doesn't work. It's not your fault. It's not that you're not good enough, you're not doing something right. Some days it just doesn't happen. But whether or not it happens, whether or not you're able to get that sense of stillness, you still try. You still make that conscious effort to let everything else drift away as we experience the body in a state of stillness. Just a few more breaths, just a few more moments out of the day. And your next inhale is a nice deep full inhale. You fill the belly, fill the chest, and as you're ready to release the breath, drawing your knees in, You wrap your arms around your shins, hugging your thighs tight, and you gently rock from side to side. That sense of movement, swaying the body, and back to center, hands behind your knees as you rock from the tailbone to the shoulder blades. Nice long line. Nice steady cadence back and forth, guided by that breath. And your next inhale draws you up to sitting. You sit tall. The back of the neck is long and the eyes remain closed. You take a moment. Then on inhale, you rise up. Tadasana. You find your balance. The feet are firm, shoulders back. The eyes are closed. Then palms together at your heart. And on your next inhale, you take the arms up, lengthening. And exhale, you fold forward over your legs. You get the hands to the floor, bending your knees if you need to. And inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Left foot back, plank pose. And exhale as you lower towards the ground. Inhale, forward, broadening the collarbone. And exhale, you press back down, dog. You settle in. You pedal the feet, roll the shoulders. Sway from side to side, whatever feels good. Then inhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Exhale, left foot forward. And inhale all the way back up. Full extension. Then exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Right leg back. And exhale. Inhale, nice and broad. And exhale, pressing back. Down dog. Nice smooth breath. Nice full drawn out inhales, complete exhales. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg reaches back, opening the hips. Left leg back plank. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Down dog. Inhale, right foot. Exhale, left. Inhale. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Right. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. The hips are high. The heels press low. But then you try and find that subtle tilt of the tailbone. The lower back hollows out. The tailbone tilts up and you get that full line through the entire hamstring. From the back of the knee all the way up. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right, left. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale left. Right. Exhale. Nice and steady lowering. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale. And exhale. You relax your arms. You close your eyes if they're open. Tadasana. Move the big toes close to the heels apart. You bend the knees, drop the hips, and sweep the arms gently. You sit down into it. The tailbone's drawing down. The torso's reaching up. You sit as low as you want to go, but you maintain that upward lift of the torso. Trying to sit upright rather than leaning forward into it. And on exhale, you fold forward. You catch hold of whatever you got, your toes, your ankles, your shins. The weight drifts forward a bit. You feel balance through the foot. The head hangs heavy. Nice long line. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Float or step back. Down dog or vinyasa. And inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward, low lunge. From here, we're going to keep those palms glued to the mat. And on your next inhale, you just push into that right foot, trying to straighten that right knee as best you can. Don't worry if it doesn't straighten. It's building that tension on the hamstrings. Exhale, bend the knee, release the tension. Inhale, trying to straighten that right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, trying to straighten that leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extending, keeping those palms flat. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. This time we're going to hold it so that left heel spins in. So both feet are flat. Then you straighten that right leg out. This time you want that leg to straighten all the way. So if that means the hands need to lift up to your fingertips or maybe onto the foot or the shin, you let the hands go wherever they need to. So that right knee can be straight and you can fold long over that right thigh. The head hangs heavy. The left foot is firm and grounded behind you so you feel balance front to back. Then inhale, you lift up halfway. Exhale, hands to your hips. And inhale the rest of the way up. From here, we're going into triangle pose. So you're going to open those hips up. Maybe turn those left toes out a bit more. That front leg stays straight as you reach forward. Triangle pose. Right hand lands down. Left arm reaches up. Nice and broad from hand to hand. And although we transition into this from pyramid, where we're folding over that front thigh, here in triangle, instead of feeling like you're folding out over that right leg, you want to feel like you're extending out past it, moving the crown head towards the top edge of the mat. The spine feels relatively parallel to the floor, rather than going at a downward angle toward the floor. And inhale, you rise up, arms into a T, as those right toes turn in, setting it for a wide leg forward fold. The toes point forward, and on exhale, you fold forward between your legs. The hands land on the floor. You can start to walk them back, drawing the torso tighter in between your thighs. The tailbone's actively tilting up, and the head hangs heavy. Then inhale, lift up halfway. Staying low, you just walk your hands over to that right foot, turning your feet as you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. Then the left leg lifts. And on exhale, you step that left foot forward, low lunge. Then again, gluing those palms to the floor. You just push into that left foot, trying to straighten the knee as best you can. Exhale, bend the knee, release the tension. Inhale, extending. Exhale, bend. Inhale, building that tension. Exhale, bend. Inhale, keeping your palms flat. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. This time we hold it. So again, that right heel comes in. Both feet are flat. And then both legs are straight. The hands are wherever they need to be. The shin, the foot, the floor. Then inhale halfway. Exhale, hands to the hips. And inhale the rest of the way up. And opening up for triangle. Arms into a T. Right toes turn out a bit more so the foot's parallel to the back edge of the mat. And left hip hugs under as you reach out over that leg. And you go long. Nice steady breath. The eyes are soft as the feet press firmly down and up, holding you in place. And inhale, you rise up. You turn those left toes in. This time sweep the arms behind your back, interlace the fingers. Nice and broad across the collarbone, and on exhale, you fold forward between your legs. The shoulder blades hug. The head hangs heavy. And release the hands to the floor. And again, staying low, you just walk yourself over to that left foot, the top edge of your mat. As you turn the feet, and you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. Inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. High lunge. You rise up. You breathe. Nice full breath. Nice long line from foot to foot. Good. Now from here we're going into revolve side angle. So palms together, thumbs to your heart. As you fold and twist over to the right. That left elbow's outside that right thigh. The palms can stay together or you can broaden, maybe bind. But you work that deep twist. That left shoulder rolling under. Nice full breath into the upper chest. Then inhale back to center high lunge. A smooth transition. You set it up. Then exhale, hands to the floor as you find your way to down dog. Inhale the left leg. And exhale, you step forward. High lunge. Settle into those legs. Nice strong stance. Nice lift of the torso so you can breathe into the body. Low back as long as the abdominal wall engages. And palms together, thumbs to your heart. You fold and twist over to the left. Revolve, side angle. Keep that length to the torso as you rotate, avoiding that tendency to start to wrap back towards the waistline. Instead, you're reaching forward through the crown head in that long, drawn spiral. Inhale, rising, high lunge. And exhale, hands to the floor as you find your way back. Then exhale the right foot forward, low lunge. We're going into side angle, so right hand's on the floor inside the foot. Left heel spins in. And on inhale, that right arm sweeps up. That left arm sweeps up. Trying to roll that left side back. You can always wrap that left arm around your back for your bind, half or full. But you're reaching those arms, the shoulders away from each other. And on exhale, that left hand comes down. Keep the hands inside that right foot as that left heel peels and you step that left foot forward, coming into a squat. We're going to be here for a few breaths, so if it bothers your hips, your knees, or ankles, you can always sit yourself down. But once you get yourself situated, we're taking our squat twist. So that right arm straightens out. The knee stays behind the tricep, so that right arm stays inside that right leg. As that left arm reaches up. Again, you're actively reaching those arms away from each other. If you want to bind, wrapping that right arm around your right shin, left arm around your back, feel free. But even as you bind those arms, keep the shoulders then rolling away from each other, staying broad across the collarbone. And back to center. Take a breath. We're going into crow pose. If you know it, you go right into it. Otherwise, keep it simple. Fingers spread wide. Palms flat on the floor. The hips lift so that when you bend your knees, they come down on top of your triceps. And all you have to do is start to lean forward. Nice and slow so you feel your body weight shifting. Your shoulders, your gaze is out in front. And you start to feel that tipping point where your toes just float up on their own. If you find yourself in a position where you're kind of hopping, you're trying to jump those feet into it, what that tells you is you need to lean forward just 1 inch further. Nice and slow. You feel that tipping point. You have 2 more breaths and then you find your way to down dog. You can float, you can step, You can take a vinyasa or just go straight there. Then exhale the left foot forward, low lunge. Left hand inside the left foot. Right heel spins in, and that right arm sweeps up. Side angle. An active opening up and rolling back. Breathing into the upper chest. And on exhale, that right hand comes down. The right heel peels as you step the foot forward. Coming into your squat. Keeping the hips lifted or sitting yourself down. And again, once you're set, that left arm straightens out. That left leg stays behind that left arm. That gives you some leverage, something to push that left arm against as that right arm sweeps up. Feel free to bind if you like, but actively trying to draw those shoulder blades towards each other. Good, and exhale back to center. Crow pose once again. If you want any variations, feel free. Otherwise, keep it simple. You don't overthink it, but you just stay aware, feeling the body. Because what we're trying to do is learn how to control our center point so we can move it from our feet, where we're most comfortable having it, to our hands. It's less about strength and more about that slow, coordinated movement of the body. Being able to place ourselves into space. You find your way to down dog in another breath or two. And a gentle bend in your knees. You look forward, and on inhale, you float or step to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. Then inhale, you rise all the way back up. Full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. You relax your arms, you close your eyes if they've opened. Tadasana. And palms together at your heart. Gesture balancing the body and mind as we make our way into extended hand to toe pose. So we're going to start to shift the weight to the left. Left hand comes to left hip. Right arm straight out in front. And your aim is to lift that right foot up, using the strength of your hip flexors. When it won't go any higher, then you reach that right hand down. Either grab that right big toe, thumb up, or you let the knee bend and you catch behind the thigh. You take a moment. If you want to go deeper, the knee is bent. Your next step is thinking about reaching inside that leg to grab the big toe. As that works for you, think about straightening that leg. And as that works, you start to use this right arm to try and lift that right foot up towards the ceiling. Then from here, we're all going to bend that right knee, transitioning into camper's pose. So you let go of that right foot as you turn the knee out, placing that right ankle just above your left knee for your figure four. And then hands back together at your heart. You can stay here, or you start to bend into that left knee, sitting your hips down. You can take the arms up overhead. You can fold into that shin. Or if you want to play with your flying pigeon, we haven't done that one for a while. Another arm balance. So as you fold over that leg, you try and bring your hands to the floor. And you can work right here, give you a nice stretch to that right hip. But if you get your hands to the floor, that right foot is outside that left tricep. Your elbows bend so that right shin rests across your triceps. And just like with the crow pose, you lean forward. Getting that left foot to lift up. As you feel steady there, you can think about extending that left leg back behind you. One more breath. And from wherever you are, stay in control as you come back to center. You rise up and you place that right foot down. Tadasana. And palms together at your heart. The weight shifts to the right. Right hand to right hip. Left arm's out in front. Use those left hip flexors. And you lift that left leg as high up as you can. Then you reach out and catch the big toe. Bend the knee and grab the thigh. As you feel steady, maybe you reach inside, catching that big toe. Maybe you're working on straightening that leg, or you're working on lifting that foot up towards the ceiling. Nice and smooth, you all start to bend that knee and turn it out. That left ankle is just above the right knee for a figure four. Hands come back together at our heart. You stay here, or you start to bend into that right knee, sitting your hips. You stay there or lift the arms up. Maybe you fold into that shin. Maybe you fold over it, trying to bring your hands to the floor for your flying pigeon. Remember, once you get those palms flat, that left foot stays outside that right arm. The shin crosses the triceps, and you just lean into it. Nice and smooth, you come back to center. You relax your arms and place that foot down. Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, you fold forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Float or step. Down dog or vinyasa. Then inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. Crescent lunge. Left knee lowers, toes uncurl. The hips sink as the arms sweep up and back. And on exhale, that left hand comes down as that right arm reaches up for a lizard twist. You can stay there, or you bring that right arm back as that left knee bends, getting hold of that left foot with your right hand. You keep the twist, hugging that heel in. If you want to lower to that left forearm, feel free. And nice and smooth back to center. You release that left foot. The hips shift back so that right leg can straighten out. And those right toes peel up. Hanumanasana. You can stay here folding forward over that right leg. Or you start to slide that right heel forward, working towards your full splits. Nice and smooth, you draw that right foot back. Plant the hands and choose your route back. Left leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. Right knee lowers, toes uncurl. Crescent lunge. The hips sink as the arms sweep. And exhale that right hand down as the left arm reaches up. Lizard twist. You stay there or bring that left arm back as that right knee bends. Catching hold of that right foot. Hugging the heel in, keeping that twist. Maybe lowering down to that right forearm. And nice and smooth back to center. Framing that left foot as your hips shift back, setting up for Hanumanasana. Left toes peel. You fold forward, working that nice deep stretch to those left hamstrings. Or you start to slide the heel, working towards your full splits. And drawing that left foot back, you plant the hands and you choose your route. Inhale the right leg and exhale, you step the foot forward. Once again, lowering that left knee to the ground. But this time we're going to sit our hips back towards that left heel and then sit just beyond it. So that left leg is comfortably on the ground in front of you. That right knee is out in front, knee bent. Setting it for modified hare. You interlace your fingers behind that right thigh and you straighten that right leg out. As you feel steady there, you start to walk the hands towards that right heel. And as you get closer to that ankle or heel, if you want to put more tension on that right leg, you start to draw that leg back towards you. But remember with Heron, the key here is as you start to pull that leg towards you, you don't want to start going towards that leg. You're keeping your body where it is, your torso vertical. And you're trying to isolate that leg to move it to you. On an exhale, you just put that right foot back on the floor. We're going into half spinal twist. So we're going to take this left ankle, the one that's on the ground, and just draw it outside that right hip. And that right foot steps over top that left thigh. The right hand is then on the ground behind you as that left arm reaches up. And on exhale, you twist. Hooking the elbow outside that right thigh. Using that left arm against that right leg as leverage to help bring the torso around. Then coming back to center, you untie your legs, just crossing those ankles and rolling forward. Down dog or vinyasa. When the left leg lifts, then exhale, you step the foot forward. The right knee lowers, the toes uncurl, and your hips sit back. Just beyond that right foot. You pull it out in front. Sit nice and tall with the torso as you notice your fingers behind that left thigh. And when you're ready, you just straighten that left leg out. Then you think about walking your hands towards the heel or ankle. And then maybe start to use the strength of your upper back, trying to pull that leg to you. And exhale, you put the left foot down. You draw that right foot outside that left hip. And the left foot steps over top the right thigh. Left hand's on the floor behind you. Right arm reaches. And exhale as you twist. Good. Back to center. You unravel those legs as you roll forward. Down dog or vinyasa. Gentle bend in your knees. You look forward of your hands, and on inhale you float or step to sitting at the top of the mat. You bring the legs through. Paschimottanasana. The legs are straight, the feet are flexed. The arms reach up. And on exhale you fold forward. You catch hold of whatever you got. You bow your head, close your eyes. And on inhale, you reach out as you rise up. You sweep the arms around in front, and on exhale, you lower yourself down onto your back. Come to lie flat. You take a breath. And from here, preparing for our 3 back bends on our back. So the knees bend, the feet are flat. The arms alongside the body for bridge, or hands above the shoulders for upward facing bow. And on your next inhale, you push down into your feet to lift the hips, low back, middle back, upper back if you want. And exhale, release. You lower down, you take a breath. And on your next inhale, you rise once again. Going as high as you like. Breathing into that front line of the body. Exhale, relax. Third and final one. On an inhale. You push down to go up. And on an exhale, you lower down. Once you come down, you just draw those knees into your chest, wrapping your arms around your shins. Nice tight squeeze. And the arms alongside the body, palms flat. The legs go straight up. You can hang out there or shoulder stand, toes towards the floor, beyond your head. Once the hips are lifted, you bend the elbows, hands against the low back, and you send the legs up. And remember, no matter where you are here, whether it's shoulder stand, legs up, or legs up the wall, you want to find a position where you can relax. You can let your eyes close and let everything slow down. A few more breaths if you want any variations. You're coming back to center, toes towards the floor beyond your head for plank. Hips are high, low back's open. You release the hands, fingers point forward. And nice and easy unravel. And lie flat on your back. Once down, the legs are straight, arms alongside the body, preparing for fish. You press down into your hands and elbows. You lift up so you're lounging on those forearms. Then you just arc your spine towards the ceiling. Then you roll back so that the crowned head can rest on the floor behind you. And exhale, you lower down. And draw your knees into your chest. Just take a squeeze. And taking the arms into cactus arms, backs to the hands on the floor. And just release the knees over to the left. One final twist. One back to center. And over to the right. Back to center. And on exhale, you extend the legs, Shavasana. Slowly begin taking deeper inhales, more active exhales. Gently waking the body back up. You start to wiggle the fingers and toes. You roll the wrists and ankles, arms and legs. Then turn the palms flat down onto the ground, gripping the floor as you inhale, grounding yourself. And exhale, you draw your knees into your chest, you wrap your arms around your shins, and you rock over to your right side. You rest there for a moment in the seat of full potential. And as you're ready on inhale, you slowly rise up to sitting and come into a comfortable seated posture. The spine is tall, shoulders are back, chest is lifted, heart is open. Back of the neck is long and the eyes remain closed. And palms together at heart center, thanking yourself and each other for being here. Clear mind, peaceful mind. Peaceful speech, loving speech. Loving heart, clear heart. Namaste. Thank you all for tuning in. Always great to have you. Hope you have a great week. Hope you have a great holiday. And I'll see you next time.